to this installment of the all-natural do-it-yourself mold removal system. And today what I'm going to show you how to do, folks, is I'm going to teach you how you can turn a regular shop vac into a simulacrum of a very expensive $500 to $1,000 HEPA vacuum for vacuuming up the mold. Most families have a shop vac, and if you have a shop vac, your shop vac can be converted into a simulation of a HEPA filter. It won't have true HEPA filtration, folks, but it'll be pretty doggone close. So what I'm going to demonstrate on today is the rigid shop vac. I prefer this shop vac because there are Home Depots in virtually every market in America. They carry the rigid line, and it comes with a lifetime guarantee, so if it ever breaks, they'll be glad to take it and exchange the parts. But what we're going to show you how today is this is a brand new, unadulterated, rigid shop vac straight out of the box. And I'm going to show you how you can take apart your shop vac and do the same thing at home. So what creates true HEPA filtration, folks? Well, the first part of true HEPA filtration is using a HEPA rated filter. This has multiple materials and it will control 99% of all microparticle allergens. The true HEPA filtration, in order to be functional, however, needs to be put into a sealed machine. The problem with a regular shop vac or household vac, even the ones that have HEPA filters, which this does not come with, but if they do have a HEPA filter like this one, they're not true HEPA filters, and the reason is because they leak air in all around the filter, and that means there's some air that's getting passed out of the vacuum that hasn't first gone through the filter material. So what we're going to teach you how to do today is to use a simple roll of duct tape and a secondary aftermarket HEPA filter that can be purchased for virtually any grade of shop vac. And we're going to combine the two with the existing shop vac to make a simulated true HEPA vac for vacuuming mold. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this machine apart. This is what comes standard from the factory out of the box. Well, this is a decent shop vac filter, and it'll stop big dust, but it's not going to stop the fine microallergens. Rigid has a new improved system for putting this thing on, so it's just as simple as popping it off over this little nut right here, and you're ready to replace the filter. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take our roll of duct tape and we're going to rip it down the middle, and we're going to make enough to go around this. We're going to need about 16 inches. We're going to take the true HEPA filter, we're going to push it down, we're going to start the seal, and then we're going to take our piece of duct tape around the accessible portion. We're going to go around that all the way. Then we're going to press the tape in tight all the way around. And then we're going to push down on the filter. Now we have created an adhesive gasket out of duct tape that will seal 99% of what was leaking before. And we've upgraded to a true HEPA filter. You see, this filter has no hole in the bottom, so there's no air escaping around that nut not being filtered. We're going to take that and we're going to mount it onto the rigid shop vacuum. Now, before we lower the handles on the side, we're going to seal the second major air gap or leak. We're going to take our duct tape, we're going to peel back the long portion, and we're going to start with a fresh wide piece. So now we're back to the original. I'm going to rip this off. We'll put this aside. It might come in handy later, not sure. And we're just going to take a regular duct tape seam, and we are going to follow the contour of the machine all the way around, pressing firmly. And then whenever we're dealing with air locks or air seams in duct tape, just like in the video where we show you how to make your triple sealed doorway, we want to go ahead and make this seam 3 layers thick. So we're going to come around under the hose, and now we're going to start with a high level secondary seal. This is our second time around. The biggest piece of leakage that we're going to have on this machine is under these handles. So that's what we're going to be trying to seal with our seam. We don't want to block these air escape vents here on the sides. That'll make your machine overheat. Now we're going to come back over and do it on the bottom side. And voila, a triple sealed seam all the way around the edge. Then what I like to do is I like to tear this here and here, and then press firmly, and that'll lock it underneath and seal off the air gap. We're going to do the same thing at the top, pressing, and that will make a nice solid seal all the way around this vacuum. Push this nice and tight. Put our wheel back in that came off during our surgery. And now we're on to the next major leaking point, which is the hose. We're going to simply install our hose. And then there are 2 places on the hose that we want to lock. Once we get this snap locked in place, we're going to go all the way around with another liberal layer of duct tape. And again, what this is doing is stopping leakage around the machine and sealing that filter nice and tight, preventing any escape of air that has not gone through the filter. Remember, you have to go all the way back here because there's a secondary rotation or coupler there that can leak. We're going to go around this and seal this nice and tight. We'll do the bottom. And now you have, for the cost of a roll of duct tape and a $30 HEPA filter, a simulated true HEPA shop vac for vacuuming the mold in your home. Great secondary feature about the rigid shop vac, folks, is when you're done with all of your dry vacuuming, you can remove your duct tape, and for an extra $39, you can pick up one of these handy little babies. And what this machine does is it pumps water. So just by simply spinning this nut on, pressing this firmly. You got to get this nice and tight or it'll leak water. Now hook up a garden hose, remove the HEPA filter that we put on in the last video, and then you can attach your garden hose and wand and pour your Timbor into the base of this machine, and this handy dandy little pump will pump the water to your nozzle and allow you to spray your borate all over your moldy treated area. We'll show you that in a later video. So now folks, the very last thing after we've got this done that can leak on this vacuum is this inlet nut. And we're going to take this skinny piece of tape that we have left over from sealing our filter, and we're going to take that and go around this seam. And again, we're going to follow the 3 seal rule, going around this tape joint 3 times. Now press that tight, go around it again, seal down the edges. This seal works a lot better with a few short pieces, so we're just going to keep ripping this into small pieces. And we're going to go around that seal at the top one last time. So now we've sealed this at the top and at the bottom of our original segment. A few last pieces here to complete the sealing at the bottom, at the top, and voila, we've made a virtually airtight inlet plug and ready for vacuuming. That's the end of this video, folks. How to turn a regular shop vac into a simulated true HEPA machine for 30 bucks and a roll of duct tape.